The Wild Swans. Once lived a king who had 11 sons and one daughter. The children were happy, but then their father married a wicked queen who did not love her children at all. Soon after the wedding, she turned the princess into 11 wild swans. With a strange cry, they flew through the window of the palace, high up into the clouds and away. When the king asked the queen if she knew where the princes were, she merely smiled and shook her head. As for the princess Eliza, on that day she looked for her brother, but did not find him. Then at dusk, she saw 11 white swans flying toward her bedroom window. They flew one behind the other, like a long white ribbon, through the open window and into her room. At the sunset, the feather of the swan fell off, and Eliza, 11 brothers stood before her. As long as the sun is in the sky, we brothers fly about as wild swans, said the oldest. Each night when the sun sinks, we regain our human form. That night, Eliza dreamed that a fairy came to her. Your brother can be released if she said, if you have courage and perseverance. Do you see the nettle which I hold in my hand? Many grow in the nearby forest. These you must gather and spin into yarn. From this yarn you must knit 11 shirts with long sleeves. If they are thrown over the 11 swans, the spell will be broken. Be warned, though, the fairy added. From the moment you commence your task until it is finished, you must not speak. The first word you utter will kill your brothers. Their lives hang upon your tongue. Then she touched Eliza's hand lightly. With the nettle and a pin like that of burning fire awoke the princess. Close by her lay a nettle like the one she had seen in her dream. It was broad daylight. Eliza's brothers had flown away, and Eliza went forth to begin her work. She went to the forest and gathered many nettles, which burned great blisters on her hand. She spun the yarn. At sunset, her brother returned, and when they saw her hand, they understood what she was doing on their behalf. The younger brother wept, and where his tear fell the pain ceased, and the burning blisters vanished. Eliza kept to her work each day. She patiently knit one shirt after another. When she needed more yarn, she gathered more burning nettles and handed back to the castle. Each day at dusk, the brother would return to visit their sister. The next day, when the sun rose, her brother would again become wild swans and fly away. One morning, the queen spied 11 swans flying from Eliza's window and grew worried. The next morning, she crept to Eliza's room. Just at dawn, Before the swan could fly away, she threw a giant net over them. She had manhandled the swan to a dark, dreary, dreary cell deep in the castle dungeon. When the sun set that day, no one could hear their human cries. Eliza found them, though, and continued to knit through the dark night outside their cell door. Then the queen announced that there would be a marvelous and giant feast, roasted for everyone in the castle. Only Eliza knew the truth about the feast, and she could not speak. Instead, she continued her task, knowing she must finish quickly or all her work would be in vain. The morning of the feast, her fingers still knit the green yarn. 10 shirts lay in a pile at her feet outside her 10 brother prison cell. She was working hard on the 11th shirt when the man came those to haul the swans away. And the queen unlocked the cell door. Eliza threw the 11th shirt over the swans. They turned into 11 handsome princes. The youngest brother's shirt was not quite finished, however. He was left with a swan wing instead of an arm. The king was overjoyed to see his missing son return. When he learned the truth about his new wife, he sent out the guard to arrest her. On her throne, they found a vulture. The queen was never seen again.